welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabby.
I'm Charlotte.
And the 2025 Kia Sorento X-Line Limited that we have behind us may not be the top trim level in this Sorento lineup, but it certainly looks like it, at least from exterior appearances alone. In today's video, Charlotte and I are doing a full in-depth live streamed walkthrough of everything you're going to get in this particular model. And Charlotte, you're actually the pro on the Kia Sorento.
I daily drive a Kia Sorento every single day because that's what daily drive means. So if you guys want to know anything about the ownership experience, feel free to let me know in the comments or in the chat.
It's perfect that you mentioned that because this is a live stream video. If you're watching this in real time as we're filming this, you can actually let us know in the live chat anything you'd like us to show you again, anything we may have not touched on, or any questions you may have about us or the vehicle itself. Preferably the vehicle itself. Now, we typically do a full in-depth car review, so it's not exactly a driving style car review walkthrough thing. We're talking about everything that comes in this car, kind of like if you're reviewing it in person. And we're showing it too.
Definitely.
One thing that is a little bit different about this vehicle is the interior color. So when we hop on the inside, you're gonna have to watch later on in this video, you'll notice something is a little bit different on this model, and I think it looks very nice.
Oh, for sure.
Should we get into it, Charlotte?
I think that we should.
Let's start off with the exterior.
I was gonna say, before we do that, make sure if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe because it's free to do so, and leave a comment down below on what you think of this color. And here's a question for you. When it comes to interior color options, do you tend to prefer a colored interior or do you prefer just regular basic black? Let us know.
You can get both.
You can get both.
Now, I'll first start off with the exterior paint color. This is called Midnight Lake Blue, and it is a very fun color. So it's a dark, dark blue, not exactly a navy, but nothing too bright. It's also not metallic, so it's a nice flat blue. Very shiny. There's a beautiful gloss clear coat on top of it, so it doesn't look dull, it doesn't look boring. It's just a very unique, interesting color. For your Kia emblems on the X-Line Limited, everything will also have a blacked out or dark appearance. So you'll notice the main Kia emblem on the hood is nicely stamped into it itself. It's also a low profile finish, so it doesn't kind of look like it was just, dipped on or aftermarket. It looks nice, clean, and fresh. For the grille, you get a mix of matte black as well as some gloss black. Sorry you guys, I almost lost my words for a second. Everything's in a vertical formation too, so you'll also notice once we get the headlights on, everything just flows quite nicely. You get the darkness on the grille with the bright, bold LEDs as well as some amber lights too. The housing of the grille is finished in a nice satin gunmetal, so that kind of breaks apart the whole everything's blacked out look. Again, a lot of people seem to like that, but it is nice to have some different elements in the vehicle as well, so it doesn't just look boring. There's a lot of depth. Now let me get those headlights on and we can get the full picture. You get full LEDs on the X-Line Limited. Matter of fact, every trim level of the Kia Sorento does have full LEDs for the main headlamps and the daytime running lights. But a major upgrade you get on this specific trim level is the inclusion of LED fog lamps. So you'll notice them placed lower on the front end of the vehicle. You see two rectangular fog lamps on each side, so of course it's repeated on the other side. We also have forward parking sensors. Now your parking sensors will be located with two in the more center area of the front end and then two off to the side. This will give you an audible alert inside the cabin as well as a nice diagram to indicate just how close you're getting to objects in front of you and around you. The parking sensors are also integrated towards your wheel arch too. So no matter what kind of tight turning situation you're doing, you do have some visual alerts to kind of let you know when you're getting too close to something. On top of that, adding onto the visual alert system is a forward-facing camera. Now this camera is placed right in the smack dab center of your front grille, and it's going to give you one of the many camera views of your 360 camera. This we will show you when we hop inside, so make sure you follow along for the rest of this video. We will give you a full view of it as well as some of the more dynamic displays you can see. However, whenever you pull up to something, let's say again you are parking, you're approaching the vehicle ahead of you, it'll trigger that camera view so you don't have to press a button to summon it whenever you need it. It just does it automatically. Nice and convenient. The lower skid plate of your vehicle is also going to have that nice gunmetal finish, so we see elements repeating themselves, as well as a forward-facing radar plate that will be utilized in your advanced safety control systems, so things like your smart cruise control with stop and go, but also your highway drive assist and your advanced forward collision avoidance assist. Essentially, and I'm going to talk about this while I pop the hood because there's a lot to speak on, this vehicle has a full advanced driver safety suite. It'll let you know if there's a risk with a collision of a vehicle oncoming, if there's a risk in a junction, so if you're making a left at a busy intersection, but also with pedestrians and cyclists too. The vehicle is always just keeping an extra eye out, but it does also have the capability of braking for you. So it's not just warning or audible alerts, it can take physical control. All right, let's pop up the hood. We do have a prop arm on this vehicle. And for your powertrain, you have a 2.5 liter turbocharged gasoline engine. Now this vehicle utilizes both GDI and MPI, so 2 fuel delivery systems, giving you again the best of both worlds. And hint, we do have a podcast coming out very shortly about GDI and MPI fuel delivery systems, and I promise we'll keep it simple, just explain the positives and the negatives. But enough about that. Horsepower is 281 of them. They're not just regular horses, they are Clydesdales. This vehicle is a ton of fun to drive, so again, a lot of people aren't really buying an SUV because they're fun. It's more so you need space, and an SUV has that. But this vehicle will actually put a smile on your face when you are driving it. Torque-wise, we have 311 pound-feet of torque. You get an 8-speed wet-type dual-clutch transmission with paddle shifters. Very, very quick shifts, very engaging. Can feel a little bit weird if you're not used to a dual clutch, so some people say it's a little bit choppier. That is a characteristic of a dual clutch. That's mostly going to be in low-speed situations. Again, if you want to know more about that, we have done a video on it. We've done a video on everything, really. I realized we didn't talk too much about the headlamp, so I'm just going to quickly go back to that, and then we'll move on with the wheels. So for your daytime running lights, that's going to be this bold and bright amber light that you see spanning across. Definitely adds some width to the vehicle, as well as some very unique styling. Not too many vehicles have amber running lights for their full daytime lights. I think they look fantastic. Your main headlamp is your traditional bright white LED. That's going to be for your main headlamp and your low beams and high beams. Okay, wheels. Now these wheels, I think they look fantastic. They are shared with the X-Line trim level below. Again, they just fit the vehicle very well. You do have, and it's hard to tell right now because there is some product buildup on them, but we do have a little bit of a matte finish as well as some gloss black. Your center cap, you can see, you got your Kia emblem finished in a dark chrome.
It's really hard to pick up on camera.
Very, very hard to pick up on camera.
Just trust us.
Your brakes up at the front, they're going to be larger, of course. They're also ventilated disc brakes, and you get solid disc brakes in the rear. Here in Canada, the Sorento is standard with all-wheel drive, so regardless of what trim level you'll get all-wheel drive. Now, on this particular vehicle, we also have something called Terrain Mode Select. So that allows you to put the vehicle in snow mode, mud mode, sand mode, and that will change the torque distribution of the all-wheel drive system. There are also drive modes too, so if it's just you driving in the car and you want a sportier, fun feel, you can put it into sport mode. It will really change the way the steering and the throttle response act based off your driver input, and will put a smile on your face at the expense of a little bit more fuel consumption. But there is also smart mode, normal mode, which will change, again, various configurations on your vehicle to make it feel a little bit more tame or however you want it really. Your tires are an all-season tire. Of course, we recommend snow tires too, but traditional all-season. Surrounding your wheel arch, a little bit of black plastic molding. There is a reflector light, and then there's that additional parking sensor that I mentioned earlier. This vehicle also has Highway Drive Assist Level 2, so that is essentially a smarter version of Highway Drive Assist that will also do automated lane changes for you when you do have it enabled. It's pretty cool. It's not a full self-drive mode, but it will handle steering in your lane to make sure you're centered. It will also manage the distance of your vehicle and the car ahead of you, as well as the highway lane change speed, not lane change speeds, highway speed changes. So if you're going from a 90 to a 110, the vehicle can automatically do that. All right, some accents. We do get this nice two-tone black fender flare. It's just matte black on the bottom with some gloss up at the top. Your mirrors are going to be power folding on this trim level with an LED turn signal indicator, a blind view camera, which again we will show later on in the video, as well as your regular mirror that's heated and electronically controlled. You do also get blind spot detection, so I'll have Charlotte quickly show the icon that illuminates when there's a vehicle in your blind spot. That will just turn red to let you know there's a car there, and then if you go to indicate a lane change, it'll also beep in the cabin to warn you. For your two front doors, so driver and passenger, you do get proximity entry. You'll notice there's no button. It's just based off your proximity, and then of course your hand gesture. So if you go to reach for the handle, it'll unlock for you, or lock based off whatever you're trying to do. You can also unlock, start, and drive your vehicle from your phone with digital key to touch, and that starts on this trim level 2. Great function to have. Charlotte actually has used it. Explain your real world situation. I might actually switch.
Oh, okay. So I'm a multi-driver household, every so often I take my husband's car here to Brantford Kia to get it serviced. And of course, he takes mine. So he took my car the one day. The next day, he never ended up giving me back my keys. My car was here, his car was gone, and he works out of town and significantly longer shifts than I do. So I had no keys. I just had me, my daughter, and I needed to get to work at daycare. Thankfully, I had digital key already set up on my phone, so I was actually just able to walk up to it because it is proximity-based. My vehicle unlocked, I was able to get inside, press the button with my phone on the wireless phone charger, and it started right up. I was able to drive, no key fob needed at all.
It sounds like a medication ad.
Yeah, basically. May cause death. No, just kidding.
No, but it is super handy, and yeah, Charlotte was very thankful she had it in that circumstance. You can also totally not use it if you're not a fan of it and still just use your regular key with the proximity entry. For the back here, we do have some more gloss black around your pillars here. Raised roof rails, that is exclusive to the X-Line, X-Line Limited, and X Pro trims. And then we got our back end. So for the back end, before we actually go to the full rear, we do have some more parking sensors just off to the side. That'll again give you a more wide range of visibility and sensitivity for the vehicle. So when you are parking it at a tight spot, you get the full kind of covered area. Coverage is everywhere. The back end has a nice simple look. You got a blacked out Kia emblem, some dark tail lamps. So no, they're not tinted, but they do have a nice dark housing. So again, adding to that dark, mysterious look on the vehicle. They are LEDs, and then more parking sensors along the back end. So you'll have 2 off to the side, 2 in the center, Sorento badging, and then we'll open the lift. The liftgate release is actually on the bottom here. A lot of people try to reach for it around the eye in Kia. No, it's over here. All right, it's power liftgate. You can adjust the height of this, so this is not your preferred height. All you gotta do is manually move it and then press and hold the liftgate button until it beeps, and that will save it as your new height. Seats, and this is kind of a little hint at what you can expect for the interior color, but again, stick around. We'll go more in depth on it. We got our second or third row seats folded down completely flat right now. And as you can see, just like what I said, completely flat. So whatever kind of cargo you're throwing into here, there's no lift, there's no awkward positions, it just works. We'll lift one seat up, raise the headrest, take the plastic
still on
off. Hello? And you can see we do have some space behind the third row seats. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say, wow, there's so much space here. There's not, but it is easy to reconfigure, so it's a very modular seating platform here. You can adjust it as you need it and work around it. For these seats, again, very easy to bring up and down. To knock them back down again, pull the tether, it drops the headrest, and then you just simply push the seat. Oh, gotta pull harder, and then it goes.
Simply.
So simple. On the right-hand side, you do have 2 buttons to fold down the second row seats. They're marked left or right, so you can choose between the 2. It's not just all of them all at once. You do also have a 12 volt, so charging, and then USB-C chargers are also back here. Charlotte will take a seat back here to show you guys space-wise, so I'll actually just leave this seat up to make it easier for her. Now, in terms of spare tire, we do have one. It may not look like it, but there is one. Underneath the floorboard is where you'll find your jack, and then the tire itself is actually located underneath the car. So we'll just get a quick shot of it. There you go. So just a regular compact spare. If you are planning on towing with this vehicle, it has a 3,500 pound towing capacity. That is for the X-Line and X-Line Limited specifically. The trim levels below that, so the EX and the LX are rated for 2,000 pounds, and the highest trim level, the X Pro, is rated for 4,500 pounds.
Woo.
So an additional 1,000 over this. Why? Transmission cooling, if you're asking. But 3,500 pounds is still a very impressive number for this 2.5 liter turbo, and we're very happy about that. For the fuel efficiency, it's rated at 10.3 liters per 100 kilometers. Again, pretty good number. Depending on how you drive, you can actually see it do a whole lot better. Now this vehicle, again, is just regular unleaded fuel, even though it is a turbo, so it's not gonna hurt at the gas pump, and it has a 67 liter fuel tank. I'll quickly open the fuel door. It's a push style, so as long as the car is unlocked, you just simply push on the fuel door and it'll open for you. There's a little bit of soap in there. Don't worry about it. And then when you lock the vehicle, you can't open it. Not easily, at least. All right, Charlotte's gonna switch with me and take you guys on a tour of the interior, but let us know what you think so far. Do you like the color? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Not just the color, anything in general. We wanna know.
We wanna know. All right, so just a reminder for your question of the day. Let me know if you guys prefer a black interior or if you prefer a colored option. But for this vehicle, the answer is pretty clear in the fact that it definitely chooses a colored option. So this Kia Sorento is going to have our olive brown. Now why it's called olive brown, I'm not sure, but I'm sure olive, you guys can agree that it looks pretty great. Hey! So I'll have Gabby give a pan of the cabin. That way you guys can just see and take a look at what this color looks like in this vehicle. It is truly a two-tone approach. Like we are still seeing some dark black elements in terms of upholstery, but the bulk of it, of the leather that we are going to be seeing, is this nice olive brown color. And honestly, you guys know me, I am a sucker for a colored interior, especially ones in these brownish tones. So I'm a really big fan of this. And I think this is actually my first time laying eyes on it too. All right, so let's talk about what we have over here. So in addition to our brown interior with the X-Line package is you get this nice wood grain trim, looks fantastic, and I really like it in the mix with all of the different chrome elements too. For some features, exclusive to the X-Line or starting on this trim, I will say, is the fact that we have included memory seats, so that's definitely a huge upgrade. Again, as a Sorento owner who has this feature with a husband who's significantly taller than me, use that all the time because not only does it save my seating configuration, it saves my mirror configuration too. And I can link it to user profiles for 2 per profile for a grand total of 6. That's pretty sweet. Power folding mirrors, electronically adjustable as Gabby said, and all of our mirrors are going to be one touch with obstacle detection, and you have electronic window and child lock. Bottle holder, and we do have a Bose premium sound system, which I'm actually a big fan of. I like Bose over Harman Kardon and Meridian. This is probably my top choice, so I do like having it in my vehicle, and you also upgrade to 8 speakers in this vehicle.
The podcasts sound crisp.
Oh, I cannot listen to that. Our podcast. Speaking of which, Gabby and I have a podcast. Stream it. It's called Trunk Talk. I can't stream it because I can't listen to myself back, but you better believe all I listen to in the car is podcasts. Okay, let's talk about the seat. So lots of different ways to configure it, which is good because we have memory seats, so forwards, backwards. You have a driver's knee extender for my taller drivers or for my shorter drivers if that's your thing. Also backrest and 4-way lumbar support. So for me, I basically sit in my car when I need comfort and I turn on my heated seats because I got back pain, baby. Also, you can't tell because there's a sticker, but oh no, one is not. But we do have premium pedals in this vehicle, so aluminum pedals look a little bit sportier, look a little bit more fun.
Door sill's nice too.
Door sills are nice too. Sorento. Ta-da.
Don't mind the mud.
Yeah.
It's just a rugged vehicle.
On the side, I always like to point out the fact that the vents really do mimic the shape that we see for the headlamp unit, which I like. Then you still have your brightness adjuster, your tailgate control to control the tailgate from inside the cabin, and your traction control. All right, want to come around?
For sure. This trim level is also introductory for the rain sensing wipers, so if that's something you're a fan of, this is where I'll start. And again, so the same is true with the fog lamps. They'll start on this trim level, the 360 camera as well, the blind view monitor, and the power folding mirrors. There's also quite a few interior comforts that start on this trim level that Charlotte is going to talk about.
Yeah, so starting on this trim, I'll turn that off now that you guys have seen it. Starting on this trim is we are going to get a powered passenger seat, which I know is a must-have for a lot of people. And again, very comfortable. Both of these main seats are going to be heated and ventilated, and our second row is going to have heated seats too. You also have some X-Line debossing on the insert of the seat, and these are a quilted leather. They look really nice. Very comfortable too.
It's a beautiful seat.
I'm so happy. Isn't it? And it's so comfortable.
Yeah, I'm happy they did the two-tone on the steering wheel as well.
This looks really nice. And again, it's not like it's a bright white or anything like that. It is, of course, a lighter color, but this still, I wouldn't be worried about, dirt or trying to, be paranoid about keeping it clean. This is gonna hold up really nice. Speaking of our steering wheel, let's talk about what we've got on here. You have your media control, so very easy to use and driver friendly, and then also your driving control. So from here you can enable your highway drive assist too, but then you can also adjust it with things like the following distance, how you're being kept in your lane, everything along those lines from the touch of a button. It's very easy to use from a driver standpoint, and I use it a lot, so hopefully you can trust me when I say that. Also, you have this notes icon on the steering wheel. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to cycle through this screen here. Now I just took the vehicle out of shipping mode, so not everything is quite loaded yet, if that makes sense. It's because this vehicle just arrived. But you can see lots of things on how the vehicle responds to you as a driver, your tire pressure, and then also when it's operating in all-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive. This would be your nav screen because you do have integrated navigation, and then also your safety features. I will talk a little bit about fuel economy. So right now this vehicle is on absolutely empty. She's running on fumes, guys.
You got 47 liter or kilometers.
47 liters. But when I fill up that 67-liter tank, it usually gets me about 631 kilometers is what it read at the last time I filled up. And for myself, that's typically about 2 weeks worth of gas, but I don't do a crazy amount of driving. It's mostly in town, but my vehicle is also the main vehicle for my family. So weekends and everything like that, we are primarily using my vehicle. Digital or full 12.3 inch screen for your instrument cluster. My apologies. So 12.3 inches here. Again, fully digital, looks really good. I realized I didn't speak about the paddle shifters, but they are located on your column stock here, or steering column. So paddle shifters to work through those gears, and then lighting stock and wiper stock as well. On this side, standard is actually a 12.3 inch multimedia screen. So you can see how everything is getting set up. The nice thing is that this whole display has a slight curve towards the driver. Again, just making it very driver focused without actually having a curved LCD. It's simply just the interface that's got the curve. I mentioned the fact that you have navigation, so that is located right here. And then also in terms of phone projection, you have the capacity for wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I absolutely love. No cords needed in this vehicle. I already have enough bags and stuff that I need to bring into my vehicle. One thing I need to worry about is a cord. So for setup, in terms of safety features, if you want to adjust any of them, it can be done so through the driver's assistance features, all through right here. And you can also set up your digital key. That way you don't get into a pickle like I did. Or got myself out of one, I guess. Switchable infotainment and climate control cluster. All of these are going to provide and do exactly as they say. Map is going to be your maps. Home is going to be your home screen. And then when you press the fan, it's going to give you this nice dual zone climate control. And you can still go and adjust things like your fan speed, fan direction, and front and rear defrost. Heated and ventilated seats. Your wireless phone charger, so completely wireless experience in this vehicle for connectivity and charging. But if you do want to use wires, you have dual USB-Cs. Real gear shift, which, you know, we're not seeing too many of this anymore, so I love that. Actual lever gear shift. Cup holders, and then more so driving and convenience features. So drive and terrain modes, so eco, normal, sport, and smart. I typically drive my vehicle in smart, and the nice thing is that when I turn it off, it does default to being back in smart mode. Terrain modes, snow, mud, and sand to change up that torque distribution, and really handy, especially snow mode, for the Canadian weather if you need that extra little oomph to get out of your driveway, like I do. Heated steering wheel, auto hold, downhill braking assist, electronic parking brake. This is going to be your full 360 camera. And the cameras, the applicable cameras will come up if those parking sensors detect anything. But from here you can manually pull it up too and take a look at all of the different viewpoints. Rear view camera again will come up as the vehicle is put into reverse. You have a wide view. Oh, I'm going to guess the battery's also probably running low, because nothing has happened with this vehicle since it's arrived. There we go. Full 360 viewpoint. So there you go. Gabby's door is open, so it looks a little funky right now.
Here, let me close it.
That was your cue, girl. All right, there you go. So you can see all of those cameras working together to piece together a really cohesive picture, and then a top-down viewpoint of it too. You also have idle stop and go to help you in the fuel efficiency department, if that is your thing. And it certainly does make a difference. Like I've tried to test it on and off. I know some people aren't a fan of it. If you're not, it's super easy to turn off. You just make sure the orange light is on. I use this as my sunglass holder, and you have a nice amount of hidden storage space here too. Up top, auto dimming mirror with the capacity for HomeLink, and standard in the Kia Sorento is going to be Kia Connect. So their telematics system, the ability to precondition the cabin with your phone, utilize location services, everything along those lines. It's all standard, and I use that every single day. LED interior lighting, and a panoramic sunroof.
Nice sunroof.
It's huge. My daughter loves this. She's big into clouds right now, so I'll always have it open and she'll go, "Clouds! No clouds! Clouds!" And you can also see how far it opens.
Life
All right.
is so much simpler then.
I know, I wish, right?
I'm gonna turn the car off.
Oh, thanks.
Door handles. You guys already know I'm a big door handle critic. These are nice ones. They feel solid, not flimsy.
Do you want to lift this up?
Sure, if you can. I'll show you guys how easy it is. The shoulder areas have this button here that releases the seat and allows you to move it.
So every turbocharged option of the Kia Sorento is the 6-seater configuration. I actually really love this. I know some people are diehard bench seat, but hear me out as to why. Number one is these seats, they're definitely a lot more comfortable than doing a traditional bench. It is a little bit more luxe having the captain's chairs. You also have easier access, in my opinion, to get into the third row, because not only can you bring these seats forward, but you can also, of course, move throughout this center aisle because there is no seat here. Now, these seats, they're also going to be heated, and if you take a look at the doors, you'll notice that we have manual sunshades as well. One of my favorite features, especially with having young kids. I also like the fact that we have a bottle holder and a cup holder, so lots of options there for all of your different drinks, and your heated seat button is going to be located there as well. For some other amenities, we have dual pockets, dual USB-Cs, air vents here, and then down below a 12-volt, and starting on this trim, you're going to get your household outlet. The other thing I will mention about these seats is they have the adjustable armrests, but also they're on a rail system, so you're able to bring them forward and backwards. And from there, not only does it make it easier if you need to move people with car seats, because all of the 4 seats back here are car seat compatible with lower latch anchors and tethers, but also you can adjust the legroom for those who might be in the third row. So if you need someone who needs a little bit more space, you can definitely adjust it, but maybe they should just be sitting up here in the first place. Now, this is an all-wheel drive, and because this is also a 3-row SUV, you are gonna have a step moving into the third row. So off the bat, you can see that you are gonna be losing some legroom. I'm gonna sneak back here.
I'll drop the seat back down so you guys can see Charlotte.
Yeah, but again, you can see how easy it was to move through there, and I'm like 6 months pregnant, so. Bring that up, that way you guys can see. I'm so glad Kia did not decide to make this a bench and just put the 2 seats back here. Otherwise, it would have been way too cramped. This is good, this is usable. The nice thing again about having the captain's chairs in the second row is you have the infinite legroom glitch. So if you are back here on a road trip, which again, I've done, and I've sat back here all the way to Montreal, you can go and actually put your legs out, and it is a little bit more comfortable. Gabi already pointed out the amenities like USB-Cs, 12-volt cup holders, all that good stuff. The only thing I would like to see back here would be some air vents, but other than that, I like that I still have speakers back here too, because even third row passengers like to listen to audio.
No, we don't.
Don't forget your third row passengers. And then exiting the vehicle from the third row, super easy.
All right. What do you guys think? Charlotte and I matched this car perfectly today.
Yes, I'm the exterior, Gabi's the interior. We should have switched around our presentation.
I'm the daytime running light.
You're the daytime running light.
All right,
You're saying that because Gabi wore color today.
I know, I saw some comments about it. Do you know why I wore color today? It's because I was bullied. Online bullying.
Told you we would read the comments.
We do read the comments. You guys made fun of me for too long, so I bought a yellow shirt.
I think it looks nice on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I can't believe it's not butter.
Literally. All right, let's see what you guys have to say about this vehicle, what questions you have, and maybe even what vehicle you'd like to see next.
Ooh, yeah.
It won't load for me.
Okay, do you want to share?
Yes. We always end up with this
I know,
anyway.
even when it does work. When is the Kia Tasman coming to Canada? So it's not. What we are expecting to see is a electric truck. Whether or not it will be the Tasman nameplate or Tasman body style just electrified, but from my understanding, this is being marketed as a completely new vehicle, not the reinvention or the electrification of the Tasman.
Also, Kia, telling you guys this right now.
If you're watching.
I have an idea for the name of the electric truck, but if you use it, you will have to pay me for it.
Copyright that.
So I'm copywriting this right now.
Yeah.
Everyone, witness. Electruck. Because it's an electric truck. Electruck.
If you bought one, would it be the Electruck?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Kia Electruck. Let me know if you guys like that. I like it.
Willie asks what color it is. This is Midnight Lake Blue with olive brown interior.
Do you guys see the olive in the brown, or did you just see the brown?
I just see the brown. I don't see the olive.
I wouldn't say this is like a peanut butter brown, like some vehicles.
No, it's lighter. Peanut shell.
Almond butter.
Almond butter? I don't eat almond butter. Do you?
No.
Oh.
No, who? That's so weird.
Okay. All right. I'm a skippy kind of girl. Electric, yeah.
Electric, yeah.
Yeah.
Elon might pay you before Kia. I wouldn't sell it to him.
How does the ride quality and handling of the X-Line potentially with its unique suspension tuning or wheel size compare to the standard Sorento on both regular roads and slightly rougher terrain? So where you're going to see more differences, I'd say, is probably in the X Pro, because then you're going to get more of the knobby tires. They're also 18 inches and transmission cooling. Now, personally, I have not towed with my vehicle. I don't have a hitch installed on it. However, ride quality and handling is something I've never had a problem with. It still completely suits the daily, 3-row grocery getter mom life.
Yeah. Can I pitch in for a second?
Of course.
By no means is this an off-road vehicle.
No.
However, it can absolutely handle some terrain that you might have to go through. Don't drive it on the dunes. That kind of thing. Sorry, everyone keeps walking in right now. There's so much
We
going
had
on.
a double feature there.
Yeah, it's not a dune buggy. It's just an all-wheel drive SUV with sand, mud, and snow modes. It's meant to be able to handle those kinds of things, but not be pushed to the extreme limits, that's for sure. For the suspension and whatnot, they're all the same actually if you're getting the turbocharged model.
Yeah.
So you're getting a multi-link rear suspension. They handle fantastically. It really absorbs bumps well too. So for more so city type driving, if you're going over a lot of speed bumps or just rough roads, the vehicle handles it quite well. But it's nothing, it's not like a, I don't know.
It's not 4x4 rated, and it's not like trail rated or anything along those lines.
Not a Baja racer.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Ryan actually said we did drive the X. I almost forgot about this, but in September we did drive the X Pro on an off-road course. It did definitely handle very well. The nice thing too is when you have the full. This sounds so lame, but when you have the full 360 cameras and you're doing some pretty steep inclines and you can't necessarily see the bottom, pretty handy viewpoint. Not gonna lie. So not a Raptor, a TRX. Yeah.
No. Even most of those vehicles are pavement princesses.
Exactly. How many have you seen in the wild?
Yeah.
I can count none. Oh yeah, maybe a couple.
Adele said, thinking of trading in my Sportage with the Sorento. I love the Sorento, but I also love the Sportage. So if the larger size makes sense for you, or if you prefer the styling, whatever, and it fits the budget, go for it. But I would say the Sportage is still pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I made the switch from Sportage to Sorento once I had my daughter, and actually no, not even then. It was after. But both are fantastic vehicles. It just depends on what you need. Someone said, William said, I like the color blend combination a lot. Yeah, me too. I think it looks great. The lighter brown interior with the blue looks really nice.
I feel like it's not very often that we get a colored interior with a color exterior.
Yeah.
Usually our colored interiors are reserved for
neutrals.
Yeah, black, gray, white. So it was really cool seeing this.
Jeff says, what's the due date of the new Kia crew member? You're new here. Someone else is new is coming. I'm super pregnant.
Charlotte from head on, you can't tell.
Well, with my laptop down, I think I look like my normal self, and then the second I put it down, you're like, oh my goodness.
She pregnant.
She gained 30 pounds. But I am due, my official due date is August 11th. I'm really hoping this kid comes earlier. I'm not one of those ladies that does well in pregnancy. I hate it. No, I don't hate it. Love the outcome. Don't enjoy the process. The heated rear seats in the Sorento seals the deal for me. Yeah, very comfortable, especially for if you frequently have passengers.
Sorry.
It's a great Uber car. Yeah, I'm trying to make this more visible for you, sorry. Any word of dropping for 2026 Sportage dates? No, nothing official, really. We've heard all types of things, so it's just a rumor mill.
Hey, I finally caught one of these lives. Thank you for joining us.
Nice to see you, but why is my seat dirty after small rain? So rain
does that.
Rain does that.
You can Rain-X your entire car. That's my solution. Or ceramic coating.
Yeah, there you go. That will definitely help the look of the paint for sure, but yeah, rain does that. Rain it's not pure, it's got contaminants in it.
Yeah. Especially the Brantford rain.
Yeah, it's a special breed.
All right, I feel like that's probably it, no?
Yep, definitely.
Oh, DTUK said he or she will be a Leo star sign. Oh, you already know that. That's going to be like a fire baby.
I know
like,
nothing about that. I don't know anything. I don't know what any of this means.
Strong, confident leader.
It is a girl, so there you go.
Guys, I know the name.
My back hurts. I'm like, I got back pain. You're like, guys. Okay.
All right. Is that it for today's video?
We'll see you tomorrow. Smooches.
See ya. Oh, it's taking me a second.